Denzel Washington has finally spoken out about the hidden side of Hollywood, revealing just how many people have been shut out for telling the truth. His words might surprise you.
You know, I gotta use the security trick on you guys right now. Trained professional.
See, we could call 50 motherfuckers, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad for you. We could call 50 fools, man. That's what you want.
It's so funny because Denzel always told me, we'd be at the parties, he said, you leave 30 minutes for the devil get there. Okay?
It looks like Hollywood has a long history of hidden sacrifices behind the scenes.
Kanye would have never wanted Dom to dead.
What do you have to lose? Like, what do you have to lose? If
my son's legacy. My son died because he was my son.
Can you speak on that?
Sure.
Like, say it was your son, he died because of your legacy.
He was targeted because he's my son.
He
was working on his EP. I bought Philadelphia for him so he didn't have to sign to a company because I knew what it was going to do. He interned at Rock Nation. And they approached him to sacrifice me. He got caught up in a case, he went into the system. When he got out, he got to the halfway house, I moved to us here. I saw his death when he was 19. I moved us here to stop it, to prevent it, to avoid it. And it happened anyway. And see, that's when I knew that Kanye's mom, Kanye would have never wanted Dom to dead. Not even by natural causes. I was happy when he finally accepted it. Because they sacrifice your loved ones, whether you agree or not. See, sometimes you agree, and they put you in position, you know? Sometimes you disagree. And they take them anyway.
Kanye isn't the only one to face backlash. After his 2006 arrest and controversial anti-Semitic remarks to police, Mel Gibson found himself shunned by Hollywood. Between 2006 and 2010, he only secured one major role in Edge of Darkness. However, many believe the real reason Gibson was blacklisted was his attempt to expose child trafficking in the industry.
You know, I had a whole bunch of weird paranoid suspicions about what the hell was going on because there was a lot of stuff I couldn't understand.
Right.
And nobody was really bothering to explain it to me. There's a producer I know, successful producer, I will not mention names, but his whole opinion about women on film, from beginning to end, is very brief. He says, women on film, either naked or dead. Both is better. And it's like, whoa, whoa. The man has got a spiritual malady for a start. I mean, the scary thing is that I think a lot of people think that.
And this was particularly in the spotlight during Sound of Freedom's release.
One of the most disturbing problems in our world today is human trafficking, and particularly the trafficking of children. Now, the first step in eradicating this crime is awareness. Go see Sound of Freedom.
This issue gained even more attention during the release of Sound of Freedom.
It is a new hour here on Live Now from Fox, and we do have some breaking news that we want to bring to you. It was being reported by TMZ and now Fox News. We are learning that Jay-Z is accused of a 13-year-old girl. That is new in the Diddy lawsuit, and the new allegations are just coming out this evening. Jay-Z is being accused of rape. a minor along with Diddy at a MTV VMAs after party back in 2000, according to documents obtained by Fox News Digital tonight. The lawsuit, which was initially filed back in October, was refiled tonight in New York by an anonymous accuser claiming Jay-Z, whose full name is Sean Carter, while Combs and Celebrity B watched. So that other celebrity was not named. Initially, the lawsuit stated Combs raped a minor while Celebrity A and Celebrity B watched. Carter was named as Celebrity A in the refiled lawsuit. Representatives for Jay-Z did not immediately respond to Fox News' digital request for comment. Combs and Carter allegedly, quote, took turns the minor, according to the lawsuit. Many others were present at the after party but did nothing to stop the, it alleges. The 13-year-old girl was dropped off at Radio City Music Hall by a friend as she wanted to attend the MTV Video Music Awards back in 2000, according to the lawsuit.
Mel Gibson's talent agency, William Morris Endeavor Entertainment, dropped him as a client, and it appeared that Hollywood had turned its back on him. He lost a lot, but today, it's clear that child trafficking is a real issue within the industry.
Sorvino says Harvey Weinstein sexually harassed her, trying to pressure her into a physical relationship during a hotel room encounter. It happened again weeks later at her apartment, Sorvino first told The New Yorker. But both times she managed to avoid his aggressive advances. After that, she says her film roles dried up because she'd been blacklisted by Harvey Weinstein and iced out of Hollywood, including a potential role in the record-breaking trilogy Lord of the Rings. In December, the film's director Peter Jackson confirmed that Weinstein disparaged the actress, his company saying she was a nightmare to work with and to avoid her at all costs. In a statement provided to NBC News, a spokesperson for Weinstein said the producer has nothing but the utmost respect for Peter Jackson, adding that Miramax had no input into the casting whatsoever. Mira Sorvino says she now feels vindicated after sharing her story publicly, telling Time magazine, "We must, can, and will work together to change that culture right now. I will fight so that my daughters and sons will not have to endure what I and every other generation that has come before have had to."
Mira Sorvino faced a similar setback in her career after rejecting advances from Harvey Weinstein. She revealed to Ronan Farrow that she had repeatedly turned Weinstein down and even reported his behavior to a female Miramax employee. Not long after, she noticed her career began to decline.
And I think it's time for him to start speaking up about his very good friend.
You want to know what a box cutter feels like going into your skin and ripping you?
I can tell you how it feels. Y'all ain't seen shit. That Cassie, that's nothing.
So are you trying to say like Jay-Z put hands on you?
I'm saying Sean Carter remembers everything he did to me and he's got it on tape.
Good for me, because for 4 years I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere. Forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs.
So what would you call like what Chris Brown has? He comes to Dallas and allegedly he swings off on
He came to Fort Worth.
Yeah. Well, I don't know where they were
Tarrant
at.
County is not Dallas.
Yeah, I don't even know where they were at. He was in Texas somewhere. And
He's
now
over there Funky Town.
Yeah, now he's hit with a lawsuit of whooping ass.
Whose ass? Like, I'm still trying to understand the details.
Yeah, somebody from his past who maybe threw up a C versus a B. I don't know.
It sounds like they were just looking for something else because ever since I started exposing that maybe Rihanna was trafficked and used as the Megan Thee Stallion to take down Chris Brown like they used Megan Thee Stallion to take down Tory Lanez, maybe they just gotta find something else to f with him.
Yeah. And you gave him his flowers last interview, and now
I wish I could give him a break.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me ask
He's the f***ing best. Of his generation, he is the best. Why is Usher getting lifetime achievement awards for keeping secrets and getting his ass batter-rammed? Like, I don't understand. These aren't this is not an achievement. Like, this is not a lifetime. What is your lifetime? Your lifetime is getting by Diddy and everybody else. Your lifetime is knowing that little boy drowned out there and you didn't want to say anything because they're holding you hostage with all this shit do about you. You ain't even give a that kid. Like, I'm just tired. Let's go through Usher. Let's get that done.
In December 2017, director Peter Jackson revealed that Harvey Weinstein had spoken poorly of Mira Sorvino, calling her difficult to work with and warning Jackson to steer clear of her. And Sorvino isn't the only one who faced backlash for speaking out against predators. Jaguar Wright also found herself sidelined after coming forward.
Going to turn to the bitter tug-of-war between, yes, Charlie Sheen and Warner Brothers. The studio fired the actor on Monday, and now Sheen says he's ready to launch a big-time lawsuit. Chris Conley brings us up to speed.
The biggest money-making sitcom on television is officially down a man.
Hey, Charlie, what are you going to do now that 2.5 Men's done?
I ain't going to Disneyland, I'll tell you.
That was Charlie Sheen's reaction on Monday after Warner Brothers fired him from 2.5 Men. A lawyer for the studio sent this letter, obtained by TMZ, to Sheen's lawyer declaring your client has been engaged in dangerously self-destructive conduct and appears to be very ill.
Really? That's where you draw the line?
They are arguing that for a long time this has been building up, and they did have issues with how he was performing on the show.
The letter claims that Sheen lost some 20 pounds over the show's Christmas hiatus and was having trouble remembering his lines. And that officials from the studio and the network, including show creator Chuck Lorre, urged Sheen to get help, but were rebuffed.
Let me just say, free at last. Free at last.
An unrepentant Sheen told TMZ the firing is very good news, saying in a statement, "Now I can take all of the bazillions and I never have to put on those silly shirts."
Charlie Sheen being fired is hopefully going to be his bottom. I saw Charlie Sheen and his relationship with CBS as very much a unhealthy, enabling relationship.
The firing means Warner Brothers may want to put those silly shirts on a new actor and keep the series running for another season on CBS.
I think it was very significant that both Warner Brothers and CBS pointedly said that the future of the show they would not comment on yet.
Meanwhile, Sheen himself may be hiring, advertising online for a social media intern. For now, Sheen's only starring role is in his own latest bizarre webcast.
You judge me, you condemn me, you discarded me. Well, not anymore. Winning!
Wow, well, it looks like a legal brawl is ahead of us because the gloves are definitely off.
Charlie Sheen, once one of TV's highest-paid actors, saw his career take a steep decline after his last steady role in anger management ended in 2014. Recently, Sheen claimed he's been blacklisted in Hollywood. This became public when he requested to lower his child support payments to ex-wives Denise Richards and Brooke Mueller. In court documents, Sheen stated he struggled to find regular work and believes he's been shut out of much of the entertainment industry.
The cost of our very society, and it's important that we, in this case, see this through. It made an insular Hollywood event broadcast to the world has some much needed context.
So you didn't go there, you chose not to go there, and as I understand it, it was because of the allegation you made of sexual assault against the then president of the foreign press organization that's behind the Golden Globes. Given your profile now and the Me Too movement, I mean, do you think it had the impact that you hoped it would, your not being there?
I don't know that.
In terms of making a statement?
It would be too triggering for me to go, honestly. I'm not trying to uphold myself as any paragon or spokesperson. I can only live the experience of my life and respect that my mother didn't raise a hypocrite. I don't know if I could have, in good conscience, received an award from them under the circumstances that have less to do with me making a statement and more to do with remaining true to myself. It's my fight, no one else's. I lament them nothing for their participation, their right to.
While Charlie Sheen hasn't shared exact details, many believe his blacklisting stems from his erratic behavior in 2011, which led to his firing from 2.5 Men. Similarly, Brendan Fraser revealed he was blacklisted after accusing Philip Burke, the former president of the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, of sexually assaulting him.
In fancy dresses, black, of course, posing, living it up on the red carpet, in the black, stupid clothes that the stupid men wore to lie. And I knew they were going to trot the activists out there for PR.
It was one of the most important nights of the Me Too movement. Hollywood's biggest stars wearing black at the Golden Globes to rail against the system that allegedly allowed sexual misconduct to fester for decades. Yet one of the most crucial people in this saga wasn't there. Rose McGowan. For her, that night was all for show.
Every time I thought about those black dresses, I would get a body flashback. Every time.
What do you
Even
mean?
right now.
What do you mean by a body flashback?
I can feel them there.
Tyler. Did you not just say it was wrong, Tyler? To say she was difficult for not doing something that she was not contractually obligated to do? Did you not say that you would feel that that was wrong? Or am I missing something?
I have. Yes.
So the question I would say is...
Okay, is there a number? You know, taking that back to them was just a huge problem, okay? And I'm just saying, Calvin, I just watched your podcast, and it really broke my heart because, number one, I feel you. I feel the sadness that's from you in all of this. And I don't want you to feel that, I mean, especially for me. I can't speak for anybody else. But for me, I'm not anyone that wants to hurt or offend anybody, especially you. You are brilliantly talented. I think you should have a lot more happening than you from that award. I thought for sure that if you had campaigned and won it and played by their rules, what would happen is in the next deal, you would have got more money, millions of dollars, and your career in the film would have been much different. I believe that much in your talent. So it's saying all of that, I just say it's just heartbreaking because I don't ever want you to think that I'm now trying to blackball or say anything. But please give me what I say. I'm not trying to hurt you. I would never try to hurt you.
If Monique asked Lionsgate for a favor and they told her no, and she's asking for a favor that is not contractual, not something that they're contractually obligated to do, and they told her no, but then she went and told the world how difficult that they were, do you think that that would be fair or unfair?
No, that's not fair. It's not.
If you were to name who you think is next on the chopping block, because I believe there's a chopping block, and there might be.
Oh, there is. Sean Carter. They're trying to avoid him. I'm going to make sure they can. I have a total of 9 witnesses that are about to start coming forward. I'm going to walk them one by one. But the things that these people have to tell, and the video evidence and the recordings that they have, it's worse than Diddy.
Worse than Diddy.
And a lot of psyops, a lot of psychological operations being ran on employees, mothers of secret children, interns that refused to sign non-disclosure agreements. Their lives were literally blown to smithereens. I was lucky to survive him. Aaliyah wasn't. Beyonce wanted. She wanted what he was selling.
The indictment alleges that Combs abused and exploited women and other people for years, and in a variety of ways. As alleged, Combs used force, threats of force, and coercion to cause victims to engage in extended sexual performances with male commercial sex workers, some of whom he transported or caused to be transported over state lines. Combs allegedly planned and controlled the sex performances, which he called freak-offs, and he often electronically recorded them. The freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time, involved multiple commercial sex workers, and often involved a variety of narcotics, such as caffeine, ecstasy, and G, which Combs distributed to the victims to keep them obedient and compliant. As alleged, when Combs didn't get his way, he was violent, and he subjected victims to physical, emotional, and verbal abuse so that they would participate in the freak-offs, and that Combs hit, kicked, threw objects at, and dragged victims, at times by their hair.